Alright, welcome back, guys. This is the Traditional Outdoorsman. My name is Brian Clark. Today we're going to tie some squirrel tail jigs. Squirrel tails are one of the materials that get dyed in all different kinds of colors. So there's no end to the array of different jigs you can tie. We're at the end of May. We're near another full moon, and here in Pennsylvania, that means that our bluegills should be coming up on the beds here soon, and then staying up shallow pretty much for the rest of the summer, and probably bedding numerous times. First thing I'm going to do is what I do with all my bluegill jigs. A little bit of Sally Hansen, pound for pound, ounce for ounce. There's no tougher customer on your baits than a bluegill. So you want to make sure when you tie these that they're attached to the jig very well. They got, you know how they operate. They, a bunch at a time, will pick at it all at the same time. Sometimes they'll just pick it up by the tail and try to run with it that way. And they can do a number on your jigs. So cut that off there. For squirrel tail jig, I don't need a whole lot of material. So I'm going to look right in here. Probably take just about that much. I want it to sit on the jig right to about there. So take the scissors and the squirrel tail is very slippery. So when you get that on there, couple of loose wraps, and then push down on it a little bit. Make sure it gets all the way around the shank of the hook. And then this is an easy tie, guys. We're just going to pull it real tight. Get it tied like that. Alright, get my whip finishing tool. Right here, stick out there. A lot of times with these jigs, I won't fish them on a float the way I do a lot of my other panfish jigs. I'll fish these right on the bottom, and sometimes I'll even tip them with a piece of nightcrawler if the fish are being really particular and they won't pick up the jig by itself, which is kind of rare that they won't do that. But if you tip it with a little bit of nightcrawler, they can't leave it alone. Alright, so now I'm going to get my UV resin, because I want to protect these threads from these wicked little bluegills. They're like a freshwater piranha. They got little teeth, and they'll cut the thread, and then your jig will unwind on you. I don't like when that happens. So right there with the UV light. This jig is so quick to tie, I'll tie another one in a different color. Sorry if I shine that light in your eyes. I'll tie another one in a different color just so you can see another example of what this jig looks like. So that's good hard resin. Okay, that's all that squirrel tail jig is right there, just like that. And like I said, I'll tip it with a little piece of nightcrawler sometimes, maybe an inch long or so. And I just drag this bait on the bottom. When you get around bluegill beds, anything that gets in there, they'll pick it up and run off with it. Try to move it out of the way. Let's try up a colorful one here for you real quick. Okay. Oh, there's my Sally Hansen. I'm so used to tying crappy jigs lately that I forget my hardeners. Crappy orange is brutal on your jigs. They're a little bit easier going on your baits than the bluegills are. Alright, so we're just down to about the hook point. Stop and turn around and come back. Let's do something a little flashier. We'll go with the orange. I don't know what they use to dye these with, but color stays on them pretty good. Once they dye them, that's the color your jig is going to be. It's not going to wash off or not going to wear off. So you want to go right about like so. Okay. Just kind of soft wraps, kind of attach it there, and then we're going to roll it around, make sure she's getting all around the shag of the hook, and we're going to pull it on tight and capture it, just like that. Sorry if I'm going fast, guys. I started tying jigs this year, and I've been tying so many that I'm getting a little bit better at it now. My whip finishing tool. Get on there. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Nice and tight. Cut that off right there. Get the UV resin. And just spread that UV resin around to cover your threads. I know a lot of people like to put the UV resin up on the head too. I don't think that's necessary. I don't tint my own heads though, so a lot of people, they paint their own heads, and I buy them just like this off of Amazon. They got all different colors: black, pink, white, chartreuse. And that's the way I get them. These jigs are called Temorah jigs. You can get them on Amazon, all different sizes, all different colors, and they're not a lot of money. So if you want to get into tying jigs, that's a pretty good deal for hooks. And they got the sickle hook design in there, which I really like. So there you go, guys. There's an orange one, and then there's the natural squirrel tail. I really like fishing with a natural squirrel tail. I just got this assortment of squirrel tails with the different colors. I'm really excited to try a couple of different colors. So, squirrel tail jigs, guys, yeah, give it a shot. All right, thanks for checking in. I hope you're all had a good Memorial Day, and we're looking better for the weather this weekend coming up, so we're going to get out and do some fishing for sure. Thanks for joining us. Like I always say, we're all on the same team, guys. If you know somebody who wants to see how to tie some of these jigs, share the channel with your friends. If they like the videos, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. Gives me encouragement to keep showing you guys more videos. But promise you, we'll get out and fish here soon. Probably do I got a recipe for venison steaks I'm probably going to be doing here in the next day or two. So I get my venison steaks are perfect every time. All right. So thanks for checking in. Have a great time. Take care.